This here is a vintage pull tab. They don't make pull tabs like this anymore.
Is a mega earthworm. This thing's like a snake. Wow. Huge. I'll leave him alone. I gotta dig right here.
Not to be refilled. I think that's a definite.
Pull tab. That's a big worm. Unusual. I'm in all metal, and I heard this. I switched over to my notch, well, my disc, which I have narrow notch, and I just heard like a clicky kind of chippy sound. Figured since it was shallow, I would check it out anyway. And kicked the leaves around. Fortunately, I had my pinpointer, and this is what I found. If it can focus. Not sure what that is. Oh. Made in USA. Some kind of a toy. Tootsie Toy, made in USA. Alright, so it's probably nothing too old. I'll see if there's anything else around this particular area. Okay, just about a foot away, if you can hear this. Probably shallow. Been finding a lot of tops of cans. In fact, if you look in my pack, my thing right here, these are all the can tops that I found so far. That's a bottle. I'm going to see if I can find it in the leaves. Okay, I found it. You hear that double beep? That means it's right on the surface. So here we go. What does that say? Commercial Tire and Supply. Wow. But you know, I don't think... Oh, look at that. What is this? Maybe the toy had a bottom? Because I don't think that that piece I just found maybe goes to this. I don't see anything missing. This is kind of fragile. If I hadn't, I was on disc mode and it was coming in chippy. If I hadn't switched over to all metal, I probably wouldn't have dug this, which goes to show you, A, dig everything, and B, you know, don't be afraid to switch back and forth between modes. That's pretty cool. I wonder how old this is. Whatever it's made of, the axles seem to be made of iron, and those are still intact, but they're deteriorating pretty badly. But the rest of it seems to be in pretty decent shape for its age. I don't want to break it. This is kind of already almost broken. I gotta be careful with where I put it. I'm still getting a signal here. That's all metal. And that's disc. with my narrow notch on. I'm going to turn off narrow notch. That's without the notch, and that's with it on. It becomes chippy, which leads me to believe that it's probably, you know, narrow notch. That's, I think, everything up to zinc, whereas wide notch would be including zinc. So it's supposed to get rid of pull tabs, so that might be like a pull tabby kind of material, which is aluminum. Now I'm not getting it. Oh, there it is. Okay, once again, let me sort this out off camera. It's right on the surface. Here's a piece of something right here. And here's another piece. Looks like a fender. Yeah. There may have been another car here. And I found one intact, and these are pieces of the other car. Really faint signal. I almost didn't check it, but you can see it. It looks like the other fender. Yeah. This was the last signal that I got here. I'll check again. The Golden is not a very deep machine, so I just got a really faint signal. It sounded like this. And I wasn't getting anything on disc. Now, I'm getting that. When it was up a little higher, I wasn't getting anything. So the difference from this to this is just a couple of inches of leaves. And I'm not sure if I see it. Could be junk. Could be a can, 'cause it's kind of chippy. So this might be some kind of iron. Alright. Not iron, but let's see what it says. Having a hard time focusing in the rain. It's raining right now. It says, is it another Rem-UMC? Yeah. This one's UMC Arrow. Oh! This is like that other arrow that I found last time. Oh, somebody's coming. Cool. Actually, the last one that I found didn't say Rem on it, it just said UMC. So maybe this is a later one, and that could explain why it's in such better condition that I can actually read all this off of it right now. It's broken, but legibly it's in better condition. Okay, here's another screamer. I unplugged my headphones so you can hear it a little louder. Oh, wait a minute, that's not going to work. I have a headphone adapter. Alright, I'm going to have to plug my headphones back in. I don't want to undo my waterproof bag that I have here. Give me a second. Volume control, just because this Tesoro is so loud. I didn't always want it on loudness in my ears, and I'm using cheap headphones, so this is a little cheap volume control that I got for a couple of dollars on Amazon. So I'm just going to hold my headphones close to the camera, and you can hear two signals. 1, 2. That's in all metal. When I switch to disc, Nothing here. But here I get a blippity blip. If I switch to notch, sounds actually better. So there could be more than one target in there. Let's find out. Alright, I got one here and one right here. This one supposedly is better than this one because this one kind of didn't show up with the disc. Let's start with the crappy one just because the signal's stronger and it looks like it's probably right on the surface. I mean, this could be a bottle cap or I don't know. It's tough doing this one-handed and balancing the detector on my knee and trying not to kneel on the wet ground so I don't get soaked, but yeah. It is. Does that count as a square nail? Sort of, maybe. So that's why that one was being disked out, because right now I have my setting, if you can see through the bag, I have it set above iron. There's iron and I'm all the way up here, right above the little triangle. So that's that target. Next, this one is a little more, it's a little deeper. Not that this is necessarily going to be, whoops, good, but the dirt just got really orange and rusty right here. Oh, there it goes. Alright, well, it's another one of these shells, head stamps. It's another Rem-UMC Arrow 12 gauge. Awesome. Another screamer. Couple. Just one here. Maybe another one here. Go to disc. That double beep tells me it's like right on the surface. It's overloading the coil. So whatever it is, I can probably hit it with my pinpointer, even through these leaves. Yeah. And it might be big, which means it's probably the top of a can or some junk. But who knows? Alright, let me work this out with two hands. Yeah, it's junk. I don't know what kind of can this was. I can't make it out. But it's probably not important.
Kirsch. Real fruit flavored orange soda. Artificially colored.
A quick one. Listen to this. Low tone. That was all metal. I think it's one of those CO2 cartridges. Yep. I always find these by trees, like by a stump or a rock, like where people can sit. I don't know if they smoke them and inhale them or if they're actually doing target practice. Another similar sounding signal, and it's right there. This could be another one of those CO2 cartridges. Whatever it is, it's probably not anything good. And I don't know, I'm just curious. This is tough. Let me get this up. It's a piece of rusted iron. I lowered my disc. Maybe I should turn it back up. Just found another one. Surface find. This is an odd shape for a piece of glass. It says Cooperate Association registered. That's too bad. This was kind of cool. And right here, it looks like it said League. League. This is maybe a milk bottle. I'd like to bring this home. Not that I have any use for it. I mean, what am I going to do with this? It's basically trash. It's too bad. This would have been kind of cool. I wonder if the rest of it is around here. There's an old car battery. Here's another nail. This one's almost like a little mini railroad spike. If it can focus, there we go. It's kind of cute. I almost didn't dig this up. This sounded a lot bigger than I thought it would be. I thought it was going to be the top of a can. Because I have so many here already. I'm collecting cans. These sound really good for some reason, and I'm falling for it every time. Let's see what this is. This was a similar sounding signal as that nail. That's all metal. That's the disc. If I notch it, I get nothing. So, could be an aluminum pull tab. Let's see. Okay, I believe it's out. Oh, I know what it is. It's another one of those shell head stamps. There we go. This one's a little more worn. I can't really make this one out, but we'll find out at home. Another nail. It only came up on all metal. It was disced out, but I dug it anyway. This was a loud one. Only on all metal, once again, because obviously it's iron and I'm disking that out. But I knew it was going to be big. I didn't think it was going to be this shape. I thought it was going to be either like a pipe or a large can. I'm not even sure what this used to be. Some kind of a strap. You know, I was wrong. It was coming up just like a chippy signal. You can hear it. And it's kind of a high tone, too. And there's another one, which I'm assuming is the rest of it. Yeah, there's all kinds of it in here. I didn't expect it to be wrapped up. I'm finding it piece by piece. Here's another. Here's that one. Here's another piece. Here's another. I feel like I'm digging up an iron Cinnabon. Let's see. Yeah, there's a lot of it. I don't know what this was for. hopefully that's it. Oh, no. What's this? Oh. What's that? It's a gear. Well, that's interesting. Huh. I didn't expect that. Oh, you know what? I bet this was a spring. Some kind of a winding spring, like for a clock. But I mean, that'd have to be a really big clock. Let's see. I'm gonna search around here a little more. Maybe I'll use the pinpointer. Alright, something here. Oh, well, here's another piece of that. Something else here. Something else back here. I'm gonna need 2 hands for this. Okay, found something else. You're seeing it as I'm seeing it. Alright, well here's that. And here is... No, it's a root. This is what I was finding. Probably tons of this metal steel band in here. If it is a clock, it'd be cool if I found some other gears. Not that I need anything extra to have to bring home, but... Okay, I think I'm done with this spot. I'm digging under this log, digging in front of the log. This is what I've turned up so far. Each of these pieces here has been something that I dug, and there's a lot of pieces. A lot of little pieces. And I got most of it. There's a couple more signals that I'm getting, but it's really faint. And this is all rock under here, so I'd have to start digging out rocks just to get to it. And I don't think it's worth it for whatever this is. So at some point, I'll probably come back here with the AT Pro and just see if I can revisit this, see if there's anything else here. But for now, that's what I'm stopping with for this dig. Just when I thought it was safe to continue to metal detect, I don't even know if you can make this out, but this looks like the rest of the entire coil. Yeah. Alright. Add this to the collection. I think I just need to leave this spot, because there must be clock parts or spring parts or whatever that thing was all over the place here. I'm just following a wall along this fallen tree, but that thing's probably strewn about everywhere. Okay, here we have all metal. It's pretty loud. And when I go to disc, right above iron, it chips out. I don't know if you can hear that chip, chip, chip. Okay. It's getting dark. This is going to be one of my last targets. I think it's right in here. Camera keeps tilting sideways, and it switches to vertical. I hope it's not screwing up the video. Well, whatever it is, it seems to be this. or not. Oh. That's weird. Try that again. I'm doing this one-handed. This is really messy. Fortunately, the ground's not too bad. Well, we got it. Here we go. And it looks like, oh, it's, what is that? I thought at first it was a fired bullet. Then I said, no, it's a shotgun head stamp. Now I'm looking at it. What is this, a rivet to some jeans? Does it say Levi Strauss on it? I can't make that out. Looks like some kind of a rivet or a button. It might say something on it here, but it's getting dark. It's hard to see. So I'm going to make my way back to the car. And I'm going to pass a little tot lot, and I'm going to hit that for a few digs. Once again, I spoke too soon. Here we have all metal, switched to disc. It's kind of promising. Notch it. Sort of there. You know, I know my headphone strap is just sloshing around. Let me just tie this up so nobody says anything about it. Alright, that's narrow notch. That was wide notch. Hopefully you can hear that. So, I don't know, this might be worthwhile. Not sure exactly where that was. Oh, what's this? Picking something up over here. I'm picking up what looks like a bullet cartridge. Just the brass. And that's small. What is that, like a 22 or something? Oh, oops. Rimfire. I don't think that's what I was just detecting, though, in here. I'm pretty sure there was something else in here, so let me just check that again. Let me check it off camera. No, that was it. It was that bullet. New signal, same thing. Pretty strong there. Disc. I hear it. Switch to notch. It's chippy, but it's there. Could be a pull tab, especially considering we got that can right there. Alright, let's sort this out. Yep, that's what I thought. Pull tab. But not the pull tab from that. Because this is the old school pull tab, so. Oh, look at that. All aluminum can. Yeah, thanks a lot, Coca-Cola, for plaguing us with these guys. Some kind of large metal. It rang pretty high, and it clicked a little bit as aluminum, but it kind of, I don't think it's iron. I think it's a mix of something. Pick this up in all metal, and it's pretty high. When I notch it, it disappears, so it could be aluminum. That's all metal. I'm sorry, that was disc. This is all metal. So focus. The thing about the leaves is a lot of the targets are so shallow that when you kick the leaves aside, you're also kicking your target aside. There it is. It's really dark, but it's a bullet. A really big bullet. I have a flashlight. Give me a second. Alright, I just propped my flashlight between a couple of branches. That's a big bullet. This seems like a much bigger type of cartridge than I should be finding around here, because we're not really rural where I am right now. I mean, I'm pretty sure if you fired one of these and missed, it would hit a house, but this could have been from a very long time ago, before we really had houses. So I'll see if I can read that when I get it home. Kirsch, real fruit flavor. This brings back memories. White Rock cream soda. Old school pull tab. I'm getting another signal like that bullet, that cartridge. Gets a little chippy with notch, but whatever it is, it's in these leaves. Why am I not picking it up anymore? In all metal. Let me find this. False alarm, bottom of a can. Here's a tiny one. I wonder what this used to be. I thought it was going to be a can of bug spray, but no. The tot lot had not much, and it was covered in leaves. So I came to this little volleyball court, and I had a real faint signal. I thought it was like this tiny piece of foil or jewelry, but it looks like it's a piece of a lead pellet from a pellet gun. I can't believe I picked something up that small. Well, this is everything. I can't believe it's this much stuff. It didn't feel like this much when I was walking around. But basically, I'd like to say that it took all of this to find this, which is usually the case, but no, I actually found this pretty early on. That was one of the first things I found. So, yeah, Commercial Tire Supply Company. And it's pretty intact. Even the little axles are intact. If you look at them, they're just about ready to rust through and through, but looks like I saved it just in time.
I'm going to show you what this would have actually looked like. It looked nothing like this originally. It was orange, and of course it had these little fenders, which would have been right there like that, sitting on there. And then on the bottom it would have had this piece here, which says Tootsie Toy. I said Tootsie before, but it's actually Tootsie Toy, made in USA. That's the bottom. These are the running boards. So that would have been like that, and this would have been over it like that, and then the little fender, you know, would have been sitting here like this, something like that. The back's pretty cool too. And it would have had a back bumper. Yeah, it would have looked nothing like this. I thought I had the complete thing, but I guess complete is relative. It's pretty complete considering what state it could have been in. And then we'll get to these head stamps and bullets in a second, but basically we got this thing here, which I really don't know. I'm assuming that this was part of some kind of a clock. This is obviously like a spring mechanism, and this was some kind of a gear. I don't know what else this could have gone to. This looks like some kind of a bearing that used to be here. Then we have this thing here, which I don't know what this used to be, part of a blade of some kind, or a hoe. Maybe it was part of an old hoe. Not that kind of hoe, but farm hoe. This almost looks like the Olympic logo of can tops and rims. And we got all these cans and CO2 cartridges. I found this penny. I think this was off camera, but basically on the way back to the car, I got a little signal, like, and it says 1975, I think, on it. So I dug that up. That was like the last thing that I dug up. I thought this nail was kind of cool. Yeah, that's a lot of stuff that I dug. Here's what the original paint would have looked like, based on a quick Google search. Orange with brown. And the tires almost look like they're made out of Play-Doh. That's mine. There's another one. Here's one that's all orange. It looks like it has a flat in the back. Play-Doh tires. You can also make out the headlamps, which I did not find. There's one that's got a more realistic, weathered look, but still better condition than the one I have. And here are two that look pretty good. That front grille, front bumper, nice shiny fenders, nice paint, pretty good condition. This, of course, is the rear of mine. And that's what it would have looked like new. Rear bumper, rear tail lights and fenders. Nothing on mine. And here's the other side. Getting a little pitted. And there's a shiny new one. Not pitted. Okay, here's another Rem-UMC number 12 arrow, which I seem to be finding more and more of. This one's got a brittle shell. That was one, and I found this one also. These were in better shape than the last one that I found, where I could barely make out the writing on it. This one's pretty crumbly though. This is falling apart. It probably says Rem-UMC, or it used to, right here, around, you could see right here on the other side, this piece that's about to fall off. It looks like that's the U, or that's the N and the C. This part right here. No, maybe that's the N and the G for Remington. I don't know. It's hard to tell. But that's what it says. It says it around the entire band. Then we have this guy here. This is another Western field. It's kind of hard to make out. Western across the top, field on the bottom, 12 right here on the right side, and it would say number right here, which you can not really make out, because that's pretty corroded. Alright. Then we got this tiny thing, which, I don't know, what is this, like a 22 Rimfire? I can't see anything on it. It doesn't want to focus. There we go. Yeah, I don't really see anything on it. It might have had a little logo or something in the very center, but I can't make it out. Oh, R. When I hold it like this, it's the capital letter R. Dead center. So that's this guy. And then this big thing, I don't know what this was. It's really hard to read anything on here for me. I can't see it. That looks like maybe a, could that be a 3 right here? I don't know. I'm going to measure it just so we can see how long it is and how what the diameter is. Okay, so it looks like it used to be just under 2.5 inches long. So if there was projectile portion was here, who knows how long that could have been, that piece. And it looks like that portion of it, let's see if I can do this. That portion of it looks like it's about less than 1/2 inch. Let's do it in millimeters. So that's a centimeter plus 1, so that's 10, about 11. Looks like about 11 millimeters. So, yeah, and then of course the length, measured from this side. The length is about 62 millimeters without whatever used to be on here. So I don't know what that means in the bullet world. but that's about all I can get from it. Here's the car under some better light. Or truck, I should say. Looks like there's a little onion or something that was trying to grow inside it. And the piece that I originally found actually was not this. This goes on the bottom. This is also part of the bottom. But the piece that I originally found was this. And that's what I read. I thought it said Tootsie, but it's Tootsie Toy, made in USA. And here, those are the two running boards. And then this fender with the wheel well, I dug that afterwards. And these are two pieces of the other fender. The little piece of the running board there. I'm going to go back there and see if I can find the headlights and maybe the other fender. Maybe I'll get lucky. This was that rivet, and looking at it up close in the light, yeah, it definitely looks like something that used to be on a pair of jeans. You know, I thought it was a coin, then I was like, oh, it's a button. It may say something on it. I just can't really tell. I don't know if this is corrosion or if it's just caked on dirt, but I mean, I can't even tell if there's a pattern on it, and I don't know if I want to try to scrape this off or I'll just leave it alone. So that's everything. So, thanks for watching.